each food and how to make them work.
And you know, you talked about it, Natasha. We're going to talk Cooking 101 today. It's a special hour because we're not just talking about cast iron and non-stick cast iron.
That's right.
And why it's so cool. We're actually going to talk about all the things it can do in terms of searing, braising, shallow frying, baking. We're going to go through all these different techniques and recipes. You're going to learn a ton. You're going to learn a ton. We're going to have a blast. Oddly enough, I'm starting off with baking. I figured we'll start with dessert before getting into lunch.
That's smart.
But check this out. Baking in cast iron is amazing because you get even color, even heat. This is the magic of cast iron. Heat conductivity. This is why Grandma always made cornbread in cast iron, or a beautiful loaf, or a cake. But check this out. This is the world's first ceramic non-stick cast iron. Look at this.
Wow. Chef, that is impressive.
Sticky caramel cinnamon bun pops right out, nothing sticks, and all these recipes, including an amazing apple tarte tatin, caramelized pastries, cakes, will pop right out because it's non-stick, ceramic non-stick cast
And you
iron.
said those two phrases there that I know are some that usually do not go together. When you're talking about cast iron, these are those heirloom qualities. These are the pieces that are passed down from year to year. Sometimes they have to be seasoned first. They can't go in the dishwasher. They're super, super heavy. And one thing that's for sure is they don't have that ceramic non-stick coating on them. This is a first. When I tell you it's a first, it is the first time we are able to bring you a pan, not just at HSN, anywhere has brought a pan that has that ceramic non-stick coating on the cast iron. Chef is going to tell you all the different ways that that has just exploded the possibilities and the ease of cooking in the kitchen. But there's one little secret in between that I want you to know about. It's the diamond layer between the two. This all sounds to me like a $200 pan. A cast iron great pan would be around $100.
Easily.
We are bringing it to you today for, are you ready? $29.95.
$29.95,
wow.
a diamond layer cast iron that's ceramic non-stick. And let's talk now Cooking 101.
Please.
The number one thing you're gonna love doing in a cast iron pan is searing. So I'm gonna sear two things. First, a little spatchcock chicken. I've got my Kitchen HQ basting brush. I love this because I've got my little spicy marinade and you get it all over. The marinade kind of comes out of the basting brush. Check that out on hsn.com. Love that basting brush.
You get two of them, by the way.
You get two of them, and the whole hour we're using everything Kitchen HQ, so definitely, you know, tag along with us. Now check this out. That's what you want to hear. This is a spicy spatchcock chicken. And why do I love a spatchcock chicken? This is the backbone removed. You can ask your butcher to do this for you. If you want to get brave, it's actually quite easy. Take your kitchen shears, cut out the backbone, flatten your chicken. What this does is two things. One, we're talking searing, even coverage, even heat. This maximizes the surface area that's touching that hot cast iron, right?
Right.
So you're getting an amazing sear, locking in the juices, but it also cuts the cooking time basically in half.
Really?
So to roast a whole chicken, you're thinking what, 50 minutes, 55 minutes?
At least.
When you spatchcock it and make it flat, you're gonna get a perfect sear in your cast iron, non-stick ceramic cast iron, and then I'm gonna finish it in the oven. In that one recipe, we're doing two things, searing and roasting. This is oven safe up to, get this, 842 degrees. Now, hear me out. I'm not saying, look, and non-stick. Here's my chicken dancing, skin on, completely non-stick. I'm not saying you should roast something at 800 degrees.
Right.
But what I am saying is, with cheaper versions of non-stick pans, let's say you leave it on the flame by mistake for a minute. You're cooking off toxins and chemical layers. That will never happen.
Chef, I've been using this non-stick pan that was not high quality. It was there in the apartment when I showed up. And lately we were tasting something funny in it.
Yes.
I mean, sometimes these are not what you want to have in your food, right?
And sometimes you physically see layers coming off of your non-stick pan. That's not gonna happen here because we've got a mid-layer of diamond, the world's hardest material. So as my as my chicken sears, I'm adding two big steaks. This is Searing 101. Cast iron seared steaks, chicken, vegetables are the best because you get even, consistent heat. That's why we love cast iron. But now, it's ceramic non-stick at the same time. So you get the best of both worlds, non-stick pan and cast iron cooking.
This is what I love about Kitchen HQ and HSN here. We really, I mean, in 2024, we have upped the game when it comes to wanting to be on the forefront of the kitchen technology. We were the first to bring the air fryers, right? I mean, we're the first to bring those things that just change your life. I'm just giving you a little insider hint. This is now one of them.
Yep.
This is a non-stick ceramic coating that takes a lot to be able to get that qualification with the diamond layer in between, which means a more even heat, as you said, but also more durability. I mean, diamond is the strongest natural material, right?
Diamond is the strongest material, and it's a great conductor of heat.
Wow.
So cast iron, you're getting that even heat. Diamonds also do that. It's now the mid layer of the pan. So here I've got a hard sear on that spicy kind of blackened chicken. I love it. We've seared it, and now I'm gonna roast it. This is a restaurant technique to sear and roast. So now I'm gonna finish it in a 425-degree oven, and we're gonna cook it in real time. I mean, it will be done in half an hour.
See, I see that,
chicken.
and I feel like I'm used to just putting the black cast iron pan in the oven. That's the most I've seen.
Yeah.
You're telling me even with this ceramic nonstick coating on top, all of that's fine to put in there.
Up to 800 degrees.
And all the different colors that we have, too.
Yep.
I mean, they're all totally safe up to 800. Let me just tell you these colors, too, because you may love your heirloom black, but imagine having a few extras to pass to all the different grandchildren now. Yeah. You don't have to just choose your favorite. So we have our rose, which is beautiful. It's that pinky color. A blue, teal. Can we show the new ones? They're so beautiful. The blue, we're also seeing teal and rose there. I'm just watching the camera as it moves. Here we have our white, black, and red. All of those, of course, are gonna look great. Just keeping those out on the stove would be beautiful. Here's the new ones. Ooh, I love the maize. The maize is stunning.
The maize
is
great.
Pesto, and Merlot. These are our new colors. Of course, they're named after things that are making you hungry in general.
Yeah.
But I love a yellow in a kitchen, and to get a yellow cast iron home for a flex pay of under $10. This is when you love HSN. Maybe you're watching other cooking shows and you say, oh, first of all, I could never do the price point of these things. They don't have that ceramic coating on them. But if I ever did, I'm paying it all up front. This is less than $10 to get it home. No interest. You use any credit card you want. Doesn't even have to be an HSN credit card. You're getting it at home for $9.98. Use your HSN credit card, get it home for $7.49.
Get it home and do all these techniques, all these recipes, which are on hsn.com. So we've already started with that spatchcock chicken, learned a great lesson, and that was all about searing and roasting.
Yes,
now, these
you cut
steaks,
it in half. I mean, you
cut it in half, sear and roast. Now with the steaks, these steaks are so thick, I'm gonna do a sear and braise. So check when, by the way, that's only been in there for about a minute or two. Look at the sizzling, the beautiful color. I want you to look while you're cooking. Use your senses. This, to me, can go even a bit longer. Look at that.
It's all even. Each area is even.
Perfect coloration. That's the Maillard reaction. That's what we're looking for. Maillard reaction basically means the browning, the caramelization of not just proteins, vegetables, halloumi cheese, anything. When you get a deep golden brown, that's the Maillard reaction, waking up natural flavors. Now, these steaks are so big, the lesson here is I'm going to sear and braise, but give it a second. I'm going to sear it even longer. And over here, I know you're a pescatarian. I want to do a fish dish. And you said
I love that.
You want to master one fish dish or one dish. This is the one to do. So here I've got some skin-on snapper. It's also lovely with trout or salmon. Some people don't like the skin. I love the skin. When you do it the right way, you're going to love the skin as well. Dry the skin and then put it into a beautiful, hot, non-stick pan.
Any oil that you want to use?
Now, I put a little bit of a neutral oil in here. And the reason is, I don't want to taste necessarily oil. I want to taste that beautiful fish, and we're going to do a little pan sauce as well. But look at this. Completely non-stick, and it's cast iron. So when you see this skin render out its beautiful natural oils, it's going to get crispy, it's going to get dark, it's going to get tasty. I understand people out there if they say, I don't like fish skin, if it's soggy and kind of gross to eat. This is going to give us texture, it's going to give us some saltiness, some flavor, and release those beautiful natural oils. There's lots of great nutrients in the skin. So now, Natasha, the right way to cook a piece of fish like this is almost 90% of the way skin side down. And we're gonna do that here without sticking. Oh, there's my steaks. Oh. Now, that to me is a sear. Let it go until it's deep and golden and dark. This is exactly what you want.
That's
when
beautiful.
searing a steak. This to me is cast iron 101. You're going high heat, you're turning on the hood fan, you're closing the doors of your closet because you want to really cook with some high heat. This is searing steaks, chicken, skin-on fish, anything. And you're doing it super, super high. Now, here's the lesson. I'm going to take out those big, big steaks. And before I do anything else, I just want to show you exactly how non-stick I'm talking about. Look at this.
Wow, that doesn't happen with a cast iron, does it?
Grandma's cast iron ain't doing that.
No, it doesn't.
You saw how high I seared those steaks and for how long? And in about 1 second, I wiped it out completely clean. So imagine how easy cleanup is going to be because you've got ceramic non-stick
You're
cast
getting the
iron.
best of both worlds. Each little magic piece that one thing had, now you're getting both. I've noticed you're using these utensils. Are these the Kitchen HQ nylon utensils as well?
These are all the Kitchen HQ.
So on Flex, these are only 80 cents each to get home. You're getting a whole pack here.
Yep.
And in that pack, they're going to be about $4 a piece, but on Flex, less than $1 each to get these utensils. And because this is such a universal pan, you can use wooden utensils, metal. You're not afraid of scratching it because you have that extra durable coating. And
Stainless
these utensils
steel,
are great
and
too.
don't worry about scratching. Heat-resistant nylon, so it's not like plastic. Check out these utensils because they're everything you need. That spatula allows my fish to not curl. I love that perforated spatula. We've got the standard spatula for pancakes, the ladles, and of course I'm using the tongs all day long because tongs are my favorite. You need a good pair of tongs.
I need a lot of tongs. Hey, you push the food down with the spatula.
Absolutely.
That's okay to do with different meats as well?
So here's the thing with fish and skid-on chicken. If you see it curling, that's why in restaurants we actually have something literally called a fish spatula. And it's a spatula with those little holes, that perforation, so that you get even pressure on your fish. You're going to get a beautiful, and this is going to be ready to flip soon. This is how fast and high heat cast iron is. Check these out as well. These are little splatter guards that I want you to check out. And I love this because if ever you've been burnt by hot oil or had it stain your clothes, when you're searing and roasting, this is a great item to have. And at Kitchen HQ, we thought everything. You open half of it to keep cooking. Close it up. It's great. Also acts as a trivet, so check that out as well.
And you get 2 when you buy those packs, and I think right now they're 20% off. Those splatter screens are a customer pick. They're nearly all perfect reviews. We love them because they're silicone. Sometimes people have used metal ones. These are much easier to clean. But I love something that means less food splatter and oil is getting all over my stove. Less of, who loves to clean a stove? Yeah. Literally no one. And it's also more sanitary. So I think those are a definite must-have. If you've never used one before, the cleanup is great, but you're also allowing the steam to come off like you want it to, but none of the mess. Yeah. That fold-over is brilliant on those.
Isn't it
we
amazing?
only have 140 of them left. They have really been flying. So if you want to grab those, definitely now. And also as well, the cobalt blue. I think that color is just really special for many people. We only have a couple hundred of those left as well. It is the most popular. So if you love the cobalt blue in this pan, I mean, $39.99 for any cast iron would kind of be a blowout deal, but we are combining a first ever of its kind, never before seen, ever, having a non-stick ceramic on the cast iron with this diamond layer in between. I mean, I'm watching you do things that are really fun to be able to do the one half, but when you can then do the other as well and have that degree of heat, this is just a fantastic, fantastic bargain.
And it's versatile, it's resilient, you don't worry about your utensils. Now here I've got in the same pan that I had the steak, although you can't tell because I wiped it so clean right away.
That was the same one.
It was the same
looks
pan.
Brand new, Chef.
I did a little bit. I'm going to make a pan sauce to go with that steak. And again, all recipes on hsn.com. I've used that, I prepped that garlic with the famous Kitchen HQ speed grater. This is the #1 selling kitchen gadget in the history of the Home Shopping Network because everyone needs a grater, a box grater, a mandolin. And here it's as easy as putting it into the chute and grating away. So this is the small grater attachment for the garlic. Look at this, awesome for cheese, for onions, which I'm gonna show you. It's fast, it's easy, and all you do is unscrew the back, take it out. This goes into the dishwasher, and now I've replaced the box grater, the mandolin, the hand grater. Here's that little slicer attachment to replace your mandolin, which you're petrified of using. So it's super easy, nothing to plug in. People
and you get
love
all 3 drums with this. You're going to get 3 different drums plus the pusher. You know, these were sold out for quite some time. We've just gotten them back in stock, and the price is over half off retail right now. So you're getting them home on 5 flexes for $3.99.
It's unbelievable.
That's $3.99 for all 3 drums. Of course, the actual spiral at the grater itself, which suctions to the table, right?
It just suctions. You can see that it doesn't move, so it's totally safe to use. And
we have fun
easy.
colors in those as well. I don't know if we can get a shot of the colors, but if you're a pink or rose girl like me, or if you have any copper details in your kitchen, I really think that rose color is just stunning. We do have the rose in those as well. You're showing it in the teal. And you're also going to get a pusher, so if there ever is any need to clean that out, you get that as well. So, I mean, 1,800 great reviews on that when you said it was one of the most world famous.
It is the #1 selling item in the history of Kitchen HQ, if you believe it or not.
1,800 reviews, man. Oh my God.
Almost 500,000 sold. So check this out. In the same pan that I have my steak, I've got the shallot, the garlic, now a little bit of red wine. Why is this important? In old school cast iron, you cannot cook with acidic ingredients like wine or tomato. In ceramic non-stick cast iron, absolutely you can. Old school cast iron, the acidity of those ingredients reacts poorly and messes up the surface and rusts. This will never rust. This will never rust. The mid layer is made of diamonds. Like, nothing can happen to this pan.
Rust.
So use wine, use tomato, build a little pan sauce. And again, these recipes are on hsn.com. I love this sauce. It's a sauce called sauce américaine. Shallot, garlic, red wine, some beef stock. And then over here,
it is smelling heavenly in here.
this is back in stock. We ran out in September, October. Finally, it's back. This is the One Touch Kitchen HQ can opener. Do you have an old rusty can opener in your house?
I actually do, yeah.
You do, right?
Because the other thing always kept breaking, the one that was big and bulky.
It rusts because an old school can opener goes into the food.
Oh, it's a robot.
This one goes around. It's a robot. You press it once, it goes around the can and will never, ever, ever rust. Watch it go around, and then this is the best part. There's a magnet on the can opener that lifts off the lid. So you never cut yourself, no jagged edges. If you have dexterity issues, or if you have a rusty can opener at home, which I know a lot of people do, any size can, by the way, a small tomato paste can, a tuna can, a big tomato can, whatever you got, it works the same way. It goes all the way around your can, not in, and then that magnet will lift off the lid. Have you ever, okay, Natasha, have you ever wrestled with like a jagged edge?
Sure, of course.
This will never happen. Look at that. Guys, did you get that shot? That's the magnet that just lifts off the lid. So there's no jagged, hanging, sharp edge. And look, people get nervous when I do this. Nothing will ever cut you.
Wow. You know, and Kitchen HQ being exclusive here, all of these are on hsn.com. And you know what else we also have on hsn.com is so many recipes.
Yes.
Tips, tricks, recipes. This is about as interactive of a community as you can get if you're a culinary lover or you're just curious and wanting to learn as much as possible like I am, because I know I can sometimes cook, but you know, when my husband said one day, and we were like, okay, what's the one thing you'd love each other to improve on just a little bit? And he said, I'd just love you to learn to make one great meal. I said, that is now my goal in life. And this is really, when you do it, you want to have the right materials. I want to look down and say, oh, this is fun. Seeing a rose cast iron skillet on my counter makes it feel like it's mine. It feels personalized. I love it. And I love at this price that you could buy your favorite color for each of the people that you love and truly now expand that heirloom gifting possibility to all your family members.
And I love doing these demos, especially with home cooks like you, Natasha, because you actually see how easy it can be. With the right cookware, with simple ingredients, you can do something spectacular. So with the chicken, don't forget, it's in the oven. We've seared it and roasted it.
The spatchcock.
With the spatchcock chicken. With the steak, we've seared it, and now I'm braising it. And what is braising? Braising is finishing cooking something in a little bit of liquid. You'll notice that the sauce is about halfway up my steak. And we've built that sauce in real time with the shallot and garlic from the speed grater, with the tomato and the tomato paste using our One Touch can opener, and then returning back those perfectly seared steaks into the liquid because they're so thick. You can also do this with, you know, tougher cuts of meat. It's a great way to save money. If you're doing it with pork shoulder or beef shank, this is a wonderful way to cook. This is cast iron, not just about searing. It's about baking, braising, roasting. I'm gonna show you broiling later. I love it. But also, even just for skin on fish, it's your non-stick pan because this is ceramic non-stick, diamond enhanced. So check this out. My fish is looking pretty good now. I can tell because the color has started to show that it's cooked. The skin is already crispy, I can tell. This is basically now just like a non-stick pan, but with the power of cast iron. You can do this, right, Natasha?
Yeah,
you're a fish lover.
It was oil, you put the fish in, and I pressed it with the spatula that had the holes in it, and now, ooh, and it all cooks so evenly like you would get with cast iron.
Beautiful.
But it's non-stick like you would get with this. Now, what about the PFOS, all those things that tend to be in some, this is completely free of any of those.
Completely free of any of those chemicals. You can feel good about it. Totally safe to eat. We've got almonds now, a little bit of butter. It's going to make a quick brown butter sauce. And one little trick I'm going to tell you, as I squeeze lemon juice into the sauce, it's going to stop that browning, stop the cooking. So this is a wonderful way to add acidity to your sauce, but also to control. Brown the butter, but don't burn the butter. Old school cast iron, you can't be squeezing fresh lemons and white wine into a pan. This you can, because it's ceramic non-stick. So this is now about searing, non-stick, and also finishing.
The acid was not good for cast iron as it used to be.
It'll rust.
But now you don't have any of that rust because we are combining both of those worlds. Wow,
Isn't that amazing?
It's incredible. The temperature ability that it can go to using it, but also even being able to put it in a dishwasher. I mean, that's something where my husband and I were reading about this and we were like, every single thing that he loves, you know, our cast iron was like packed as tightly and as carefully as our child when we moved. You know, like that is how honored it is. But to be able to put something in a dishwasher, to know you can use acid in it, to choose your choice of colors. On average, you're looking at $100 for a decent cast iron, you know.
Absolutely.
At least.
Absolutely.
This is really a price that is not going to last, and as well as the splatter covers. It is last call. We just have about 2 dozen left in those wonderful silicone splatter covers. So if you're adding that on, go ahead and check out. It'd be a great QR purchase, I would say, because you can purchase that and get right ahead to the line.
And I mean, you can see it in action because as I'm braising those steaks in the sauce Americaine, it's kind of bubbling up. The tomato is jumping. Gorgeous. If ever you've kind of had your stovetop get all dirty, throw that on there. So you don't have to scrub after the fact. Leave it on there while it's braising away. I love that. If you want to check on your recipe, open half of it. Add some salt if you need, and then close it back up. Love that splatter guard for that reason.
Don't sell it too much. It's about to sell out.
It's really good. I'll take this one. This is yours, Natasha. It's slightly used by me, but this is yours.
Red's
so
already
that's
gone.
braising.
It's gone now.
Now,
oh my goodness.
The fish is done, and we did it in real time. And this was just showing how beautifully non-stick this cast iron really is, because the skin got crispy, nothing stuck. You did it in real time. This is great weeknight cooking, right? So you've got this beautiful skin-on red snapper. Try it with trout. Try it with salmon. We've got some almonds in there, some brown butter, a little bit of lemon juice to halt the cooking, and then pour it on top. Look at this brown butter almond sauce. Classic French cooking.
That is stunning.
Now, when I say it's non-stick, oh, it looks good, right? Put some fresh lemon.
You can just wipe that with a towel and it's done? Get out.
You can wipe out this pan.
Oh my gosh, Shahir.
There's your cleanup.
On a cast iron.
On a cast iron. This is why we love ceramic non-stick. This truly is non-stick cookware, but it's still cast iron. HSN has been at the forefront of kitchen technology forever. You saw the air fryer for the first time here. You saw ceramic non-stick for the first time here. And now for the first time here, you're seeing ceramic non-stick cast iron. You're braising, you're roasting, you're searing, you're shallow frying. You're doing everything in this pan. I mean, I built an entire meal in this pan and it looks brand new. I wiped it out and you're good to go.
So you shouldn't put any soap or anything like that after it to clean it?
I mean,
you don't
absolutely
have to.
can.
It's
but
totally fine.
Hot water, rinse it out, you're good to go. But unlike old school cast iron, where you can't wash it with soap and water and it's kind of grimy, this you don't have to season it, you don't have to bake it, you don't wash it out with soapy water, you're good to go. Throw it in your dishwasher if you want. You're good to go.
That is incredible. I love that it has 2 pour spouts as well, one on each side.
Yep.
So, you know, no more trying to maneuver it in certain areas to get whatever you need out of it. The versatility of this is fantastic. And I want to welcome our first-time customers. I believe a couple hundred of you have purchased this for the first time today. So thank you and welcome. If you have not ever understood what the flex pay is, it really just means that we're going to have you pay, you know, a portion of it. With this particular item, it's going to be 1/3. So you're going to pay 33% of this cost, and we're going to give it to you right away. You don't have to wait. And then you're going to do that for 2 more months, and then it's fully yours. It's paid off. That's fine. But you get it right away. Get to use it. Get to decide if you love it. And that means you are getting a cast iron first ever nonstick ceramic pan for under $10 home to you in any of these beautiful, really dynamic colors. And I just want to invite all of you in to enjoy more Kitchen HQ because it is all exclusive here at HSN. It's really something we're well known for, and it's, I mean, really user-friendly and fun.
User-friendly, fun. Everything we design is meant to make your life easier in the kitchen so that you actually look forward to getting in there, cooking, trying those recipes on hsn.com, and having a blast. Here's another great example of that. These are our push whisks. You get a set of 2. Now, Natasha, this might be your whisk at home. This is an old school whisk.
Yes.
We've seen it a million times.
Yes.
This is a push whisk, and I just want to show you guys the difference. I've just got water here to show you. Normal whisk, push whisk. Which would you rather whisk with?
Oh,
Look
yeah.
something as simple as whisking can be so much easier, so much better, and your life in the kitchen is so much more efficient and enjoyable when you're doing things the right way. So in here, to go on top of our fish, even though our fish tastes great as is, I'm gonna do a little vinaigrette. I've got some red wine vinegar, some Dijon, some oil. This push whisk will emulsify a vinaigrette. Without a food processor, without me breaking a sweat, do a little vinaigrette, whip your eggs, which I'm gonna do for fried rice a little bit later. You know, do your little pancake batter.
I've never seen it either.
Have you ever seen
this? The producers are kind of, their minds are being, well, I've seen, obviously, when I think of a whisk, I think of baking, I think of putting together batters, and I think of eggs. The push whisk is something where if you really want to have that done faster, easier, you know, less effort, the idea of putting dressings is so smart. You are getting 2 at this price as well, and the push whisk is going to be something where you actually have 5 of those flex pays available to you. So you're going to be getting 2 push whisks. I mean, this is right. Yes, I'm like, wow, this is a really fantastic deal. Home for less than $2 each. So that's a definite grab right now.
That's a definite grab.
Do you get to choose colors? We have black and red still available. So if you love those black handles or the red to match, then definitely grab the red one. So you're getting 2 home for under $2 each, but the total cost is the $19.95.
And think